Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today we're gonna work on this gorgeous bracelet. Again, it's done with Pro, but this time we are using 3-bead Pro. So when we start this Pro, we start with the base of 3 beads and build 3 walls on top of that. So you can see it has 1, 2, and 3 sides. So it kind of comfortably sits on your wrist. And I also wanted to show you, see, it has a curvature to it, and the easy way to get it is just on each Pro unit we change 1 bead to a slightly bigger size bead. That's all the secret is. So it's a very easy bracelet, and I did it with 3mm and 4mm fire polish. Now these colors, you can't really tell what is going on here because I used all these like nude colors and I really love it. I actually made it to wear it myself, but then while I was making it, I didn't think I would embellish it, so I just made the size just enough to go around my wrist, and then, you know, I thought once I add the clasp I would just have that enough wiggle room. But then once I added the clasp, I saw that there's so many threads showing up, and then I decided to embellish it with 11/0. So, look how tiny the bracelet is. It's like, I don't know, 14 centimeters maybe. And I really have to push it together to close the clasp, and it doesn't move at all afterwards because it's just so tight around my wrist. So I'm explaining this, so once you make your bracelet and if you decide to embellish it, make sure you leave enough space. Otherwise it's gonna end up so tight that you can't wear it. So we're gonna go ahead and get the materials ready for this one. So you'll need 2 size fire polish. I'm gonna be using 3mm light violet silver, and then 4mm tweedy green. So I decided to make a mix of silver and green, and to pop the green here, I'm gonna be using this teal as the embellishment. This is 11/0. So I'm just using some contrasting colors so you can see what I'm doing, because here all the colors look almost the same and I think you'll get confused. And then we'll need a clasp. You can use any other clasp you have. Nymo size D, I'm gonna be using gray with my colors so it doesn't show up between the beads too much. Beading needle size 10, and scissors to cut the thread. And almost forgot, we will need the pick to start off our Pro. So get the materials ready, thread your needle with comfortable length. You will have to add a bit more here. I don't remember how much I used. I think for this one I used about 4 or 5 feet, but you can see how small it is. So I don't know, I might need 5 or 6 feet this time. So I'm just gonna thread my needle with comfortable length and then we'll get to work. So I have my beads ready and then we just get to work. I'm gonna pick up, well, since it's a Pro with 3 sides, we start with 3 beads. So I'm gonna pick up 3mm fire polish. I'm gonna drop it down, leave a short tail that you can just sew in later. That's all we need it for. And make, well, since we are working with fire polish, I'm gonna make 3 overhand knots. That was 1, 2, and 3. And now I'm gonna go ahead and set it on the peak, just to help me start off. So we basically just set it on the peak to help us start off our Pro. So I'm gonna go ahead, take my needle through the first bead, pick up 3mm fire polish, go through the same bead my thread's coming out of, and that creates our first wall. Now we go through the second bead of the floor, and here is going to be something a little bit different. I'm gonna pick up 1 4mm fire polish and 1 3mm fire polish. Adding 1 4mm in every unit will help us to create that curve. So I'm gonna go down the side of the wall and straight through the fire polish my thread's coming out of. And we go through the last bead of the floor, which is the 3rd. Go up the side of the first wall. Pick up 1 fire polish, 3mm, Go down the side of the last wall and straight through the floor bead. Then I'm gonna go up and connect the ceiling, which is only 3 beads in our case. And that is our first Pro unit ready. Easy. Now we're gonna go ahead and build the second one on top of this. I'm gonna zoom in a bit. I'm gonna pick up 3 3mm fire polish, go through the same bead my thread's coming out of, go through the second bead of the floor, pick up 1 4mm and 1 3mm. Go down the side of the first wall and straight through the floor bead. Then I'm gonna go through the third bead of the floor, which is also last, go up the side of the first wall, pick up 1 3mm, go down the side of the last wall and straight through the floor bead. Then I'm gonna go up. I'm just gonna remove my pick now and connect the ceiling. So I have 2 4mm fire polish now and 2 units. I'm gonna show you 2 more times and then I'm gonna let you continue on your own. I'm gonna pick up 3 3mm fire polish, go through the same bead my thread's coming out of. And if you notice, my thread's coming out of on the opposite side from the big fire polish. That's where it's supposed to be. And I'm just gonna take it through that bead. Go through the second bead of the floor, pick up 1 4mm and 1 3mm. Go down the side of the last wall and straight through the floor bead. Then I'm gonna go through the third bead of the floor, go up the side of the first wall, pick up 1 3mm, go down the side of the last wall and straight through the floor bead. Go up and connect the ceiling. And I'll make sure I come out of the bead. That's the opposite of our big fire polish. Pick up 3 3mm fire polish, go through the same bead my thread's coming out of, go through the second bead of the floor, pick up 1 4mm and 1 3mm. Sequence is quite important here. Go down the side of the last wall and straight through the floor bead. Now go through the last bead of the floor, go up the side of the first wall, pick up 1 3mm, go down the side of the last one, straight through the floor bead. Then you go up and connect the ceiling. And look, you can already see the curvature happening because of 1 big bead in each unit. So I'm gonna let you continue on your own. Oh, gosh, it's getting sunny. And you just continue until you have your required length. As I mentioned, because we're gonna embellish it with 11 O's, it's gonna shrink a bit. So I would suggest to add extra 2-3 centimeters maybe, and then we're gonna attach the clasp. So I'm gonna meet you once you have the full length and we're gonna continue from there. So I think I have my required length now, and if I put it around my wrist, see it overlaps a bit. Like normally I would leave space between them enough to add the clasp, but here, because I know it will shrink, I overlapped it a bit. So once I embellish it, it will shrink and should give me my bracelet size. So Let's see what happens. Now here I added the last unit and my thread's coming out of the bottom bead. So remember where the 4 mm is the top and the opposite bead is the bottom bead. So here I'm gonna pick up the clasp. So I picked up the clasp, my thread's coming out of the bottom bead. I'm gonna go down this bead here. And then I'm gonna go up the clasp and then go down this bead here. Then go up the clasp, go down this bead again, go up the clasp, go down this bead again. So now if you check it, it's straight, okay? Now I'm just gonna do it one more time. Go up, go down this opposite bead, go up, go down this opposite bead here. And now we start embellishing, and we start embellishing with the top. So I just have to come around and come out one of those top beads. And then go through the first 4 mm. See? I'm gonna pick up 1 11/0, go through the next 4 mm. Pick up 1 11/0, go through the next 4 mm. Pick up 1 11/0, go through the next 4 mm. And you just continue all the way until the other side. And I forgot to mention here that I got rid of the tail, the initial tail, we don't need it. And I also added thread. I had to add more thread. So if you guys don't know how to do both, check out the description. There is a link in the for the video where I show you how to do that. So I'll see you once I reach the other side. So I went ahead, added 11/0 all the way through the top. And if I just lie it down and pull my thread, it has a more defined circle form now. See? And now we're gonna go ahead, attach the second side of the clasp. And I want to be coming out one of those 3 mm fire polish. So let's say I was coming down here. I'm gonna pick up this. So see my thread's going down this way. I'm gonna go up the clasp. My thread is going down that way. I went up the clasp, and then I'm gonna go down the opposite bead. Well, at an angle, it's not exactly opposite. It's quite difficult to say those things when we have a triangle here. And then I'm gonna go up the clasp again. And then go this bead down. See what's going on here? Then I'm gonna go up the clasp, go down this bead, go up the clasp, go down this bead. And then reinforce one more time. Go up the clasp, go down this bead, go up the clasp, go down this bead. And the clasp is attached. And let's see. I wear it, how big it is. Well, we're not technically done yet, but more or less should be able to see. Nice size. And now we continue embellishing. Now we embellished the top, we still have 2 bottom rows to embellish. So I'm coming out on this side here. Straight away, I'm gonna go through the side 3mm fire polish. I'm gonna pick up 111.0, go through the next fire polish. Pick up 111.0, go through the next fire polish. Pick up 111.0, go through the next fire polish. And all the way until you reach the other side. So I added 11.0s all on the inside. And now, before we continue on our way back adding on this side, I'm gonna do something here. So say I'm coming out of the 3mm, I'm gonna go through one of the 3mm's here. And then I'm gonna pick up 111.0, go through the next 3mm. Pick up 111.0, go through the next 3mm. That way we are slightly hiding those threads that we see how many threads we have that we ended up with when we added the clasp, so it sort of hides it a bit. See? And now here I'm gonna go through this 3mm and continue on my way back. Can add 111.0 between this 2 3mm. Pick up 111.0, go through the next 3mm, and so on until you reach the other side. So I went ahead, added all the way around on this side as well, and look, we are done with all sides. And we just finish off this side just like this side, adding those 11.0s. So I came out of that last 3mm here. I'm just gonna go down this one, pull my thread, pick up 111.0, go through the next 11.0, well, next 3mm. Pick up 111.0, go through the next 3mm. Pick up 111.0 and go through that last one. And now I just need to get rid of the tail. So I'm just gonna go up this 11.0, go through this 3mm. Then I'm gonna go several beads at the top. Here I'm gonna make one knot. Go several beads at a time. Come out of the 4mm. Then I'm gonna pick up the thread between the 4mm and the 3mm that's down there. Another knot here, go down the 3mm, skip several beads here, go through, come out of the 3mm, make a last knot here between the 3mm and the 3mm going upwards. Well, you probably know how to do this on your own, so I'll just do it quickly. Go up the 3mm and go here through several beads at a time. So come out here and cut the thread. And we're done. And let's see how it looks like on my wrist. And if I put them next to each other, see, they don't it's shrunk. It's shrunk at least 1 centimeter, but I think it's more than that. It's shrunk about 2 centimeters. Now it's perfectly my size. Look, see? So it's triangular in the shape. See, you have a flat bottom, and it gets like a pyramid shape to the top. And that's the effect you got by just changing one bead in the Pro. So one 3mm will change to 4mm, and that gave you that circular form. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. If you fancy any of the colors of the beads and stuff, just check out the description. I always leave them there. I suppose I don't have to say those things anymore. You probably know by now. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.